This is Viewpoint at 297-1059 on a Thursday, and you're next today. Hello? Hello? No one there. Where'd they go? I know she was there, but she went away, I guess. I don't know. This is a Thursday morning on Viewpoint on WEBR, and let's go over here and say you're next on Viewpoint. Hello?
Good morning, Tom.
How are you today?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nice day out today.
Well, it already
chilly.
is, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty chilly earlier this morning.
Yeah, I'll say out in the county, out your way, I'm guessing it was.
Well, sometimes it's warmer out this way, too.
Yeah.
A lot of times. But, you know, yesterday you brought up an interesting issue regarding when you asked Mr. Restano if there was any news, if they would have to repay back the COVID money because due to the talks that they're having with the budget now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to come of that.
Well, you know, I got to say, that, and I mentioned it at the top of the program, I get very annoyed. You know, when television stations have an argument with the satellite or the cable, and they say, call this number and complain. You know, don't do that. Fight your own battles. Negotiate your own contracts. And similarly, when national politicians threaten us with a debt limit problem and say we're going to default, you won't get your Social Security.
Come
on.
Every year we go through
Don't do this. I mean, I'll tell you something. The politicians would be safer putting a gun to their head than taking away Social Security benefits. Seriously, you know?
Tom, it's to the point where it's ridiculous now. Yesterday when he said that he wasn't aware of anything about, they had no information regarding taking away the COVID money. But if I recall, even before the COVID money was given to them, they had made all the states whole again, because I remember our state was $5 billion deficit in Medicaid, and they had made that even before they got a lot of the COVID money.
Yeah.
But also, you happened to have on your program last week Mr. Vaccio, who is in the Niagara County Legislature.
Yeah.
And he made the statement that if you think that in other words, we were talking about the prevailing wages and that in Niagara County and all that, but he happened to say that if you think it was bad in the county, you should see what's happening in the city of Niagara Falls. Do you recall him saying that?
No, I don't really.
Well, he did say it because I picked up on it. And actually, you know, in Niagara Falls, you happen to be blessed because you have the Golden Goose over there. Well, now they're finally paying the casino. A lot of the cities don't have that kind of revenue coming in, but Niagara Falls they've really abused a lot of good opportunities that they have, and they did get a lot of money from the government when things went wrong. You know it, they have to say it. But
everybody did, yeah.
But regarding this package on say Erie County versus Niagara County with what Mr. Vaccio was talking about, you know, let's give an example. In Erie County, say the wages are almost $30 an hour. Okay?
All right.
Now, for their cost of their benefit packages, it amounts to about $25.70 per hour, which is about, the cost of their benefits is about 86% of the hourly wage in Erie County. But that would be double what the private sector is offering. Now, in Niagara County, now taking into consideration if what Mr. Vaccio said, and I really need to check it out to find out about it, that it's even worse. Like, say they're making $26, $27 an hour. Their total benefit package in supplemental benefits are $38.06 an hour. That's high. Now, I noticed that, I just happened to notice the little things. Like in Niagara Falls, they pay, over $9,000 not to take insurance. And they've even had legislators on there that will take the county insurance and get the 9,600 or 9,400, whatever it is. You know, these are areas that need to be looked into. Like in Niagara County, if we're $38.06 an hour in supplemental benefits, you know, that's 146% of your hourly pay.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you know, that doesn't, in other words, Tom, these figures are not sustainable. I don't know how. Well, you have the casino, though. Like I say, you have the goose that lays the golden egg.
I don't know how long that golden egg's going to be around either.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, there's a new compact that's scheduled to go into effect at the end of this year, and that has to be negotiated between the Senecas and the state. So I'm not sure what we'll get out of this.
Well, you're lucky to get anything. Look at how it was before.
Yeah, but furthermore,
it was falling apart.
Furthermore, revenues from gaming are down, according to some reports.
Well, you've had the pandemic, and you've had a lot of problems,
of course,
too.
Yeah.
You know, and things, things should pick up some.
I don't know about that. There's places that are really in dire needs right now.
Yeah, well, you're right about that. And do you think we're not in dire needs? Now, if you just take a look, now, yesterday they were talking about how New York City, well, we're going to end up paying. We're taxpayers. We live in the state of New York.
Yeah.
Look at what we're spending just to house illegal.
I know.
And we forget one thing. These people are being treated better than our veterans. They were throwing out our veterans out of the house, out of the hotels, and putting...
Yeah, I'm well aware of that, and that's disturbing.
Everything is crazy.
When you look at the federal budget, there are dollars going to foreign countries when we have people living on the street in this country.
Yeah, but Tom, I'm going to tell you something. The federal government is taking in more money in revenue than they ever had. You just take a look also in Niagara County at the tax revenue that they're bringing in. I mean, you just take a look at when the prices of everything go up, like gas, utility, everything. I mean, you're paying just alone on your utilities. You're being charged 4%, where we're only one of 15 counties throughout the state that have taken advantage of that optional sales tax.
I know.
But Tom, they need to really start. There's not a lot they can do because Albany has negotiated all the contracts from, like your Taylor Law, your Triborough Amendment, and
there are things that the federal government imposes on the states without and the state imposes on the county, and the counties impose on the city.
Yeah, but there are a lot of things that our county is doing that they could be corrected so easily. And you had a gentleman, I believe it was Joe, that had said that they need to be very careful on who they elect to office. But I don't know. I don't know if it's too late or what. I really don't know.
One of the things that we're faced with in the city is we have a great number of people around that still remember the quote-unquote good old days. And the good old days had 90 or 100,000 people population in Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Well, when you have 90 or 100,000 people, those running for public office are pretty qualified. You have the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
But when you cut that population in half, as we've done in the city, guess what happens? The quality of candidate running for office is also cut in half.
And then your jobs, a lot of your factories, but you have about 200 places closed since then.
Well, they moved.
There's a lot of things they could do.
But the quality of candidate will go down as your population goes down.
Well, didn't you elect all people that were never on the board before in Niagara Falls?
I don't know all of them.
Most of them had never served any time at all. Not that makes them a better. A lot of times, what you need is just common sense. Really.
Well, there you go.
But
and I don't know if that happens in a lot of cases.
But anyways, what my point is that are these costs, have they reached the point where they're not sustainable anymore, and that's why everyone is leaving? Not everyone.
Yeah.
We've had we've had, 1.5 million since the last census left, and now we just had a lot more people leaving New York State. But this governor,